we keep getting these pictures of vandalism taking place inside inside the Prime Minister's residence in Bangladesh, and arson, loot going on. Remember, India has a very porous border. India has a very porous border with Bangladesh, and even the best of times, sometimes we see those infiltration reports coming in, and of Bangladeshi citizens making illegal entry into India. And in this particular situation, when there is so much of anarchy prevailing in Bangladesh, some people might make another attempt at infiltration, and that's why border security being beefed up. I'm told Kritarth is joining us live from newsroom. Kritarth, what more can you share about the situation prevailing in Dhaka, even as we wait for Sheikh Hasina to land in Delhi anytime now?
Indeed, Abhishek, the situation in Bangladesh is increasingly critical. We have seen that how the residence of the Prime Minister in Dhaka was stormed. We have seen how the Home Minister's residence was also stormed. And now fresh inputs coming in, which is the biggest news update at the moment, is that from 16:46 hours, Dhaka Aerodrome has been closed and will remain closed till 10:30 IST tonight. So this is a clear attempt to deter the Bangladesh government, the close officials close to Hasina government, from escaping Bangladesh and Dhaka. In a clear attempt, the Dhaka Aerodrome now has been shut, Abhishek.
Well, yes, absolutely. And any reports, Kritarth, which you can share about what would be the nature of the interim government who are going to be heading it? Okay, quick response from Kritarth before I go to General Bakshi. Kritarth.
Indeed, and the interim government is in the formation stage right now. What messages we are getting right now from Bangladesh is that the protesters are saying that they will remain on the streets until the interim government, until to their liking, has been formed. The government which is in place right now, they are saying that they will not let a military coup happen. They will not let a military-run government come into picture. And I have more updates now. Joining me from the newsroom live is my colleague Sucharita. Sucharita, what can you tell us about the interim government?
Well, this is going to be big. We are tracking events. We're tracking what is happening in Bangladesh. We're showing you all the visuals that are coming in from Bangladesh. The press conference of the army chief was very, very important because we wanted to know if it's a military coup or there is going to be a government formation that will take place. Now, from what the army chief is saying, he's saying that there will be an interim government, but till there is a government formation, we will have to very, very closely watch what is happening in Bangladesh. Because if he's going to be getting the parties together to form a government, that is something that will have to be watched very carefully. Sheikh Hasina kept saying, even when the protests were going on, she kept saying there was an attempt to sabotage her government, there was an attempt to bring down her government, and it was happening internally and externally. It was happening from within the country and from outside the country. Now, what is really important is the military asked her to leave the country. She's left, but at the same time, now what is happening is, what we are getting to know is that they are taking steps to form an interim government. But will there be an interim government formation? We will have to watch that very, very closely, as I'm saying, because Sheikh Hasina is not in the country now, and from what the military chief is saying, there will be an attempt to bring all the parties together.
In it, and the all-party formation that is in the talks right now is that potentially at any moment now we would get more inputs on what the new government formation would look like. But what is clear from the ground is that the military is no way going to be able to take power or consolidate power in Bangladesh, is the input that we have on the ground. Protesters, in fact, are sharing widespread messages to remain on the streets until a government is formed, until to the likings and the demands of the student protesters. Now, that is the key demand, Abhishek, that we are getting from the ground.